Welcome back, everybody, to the Breakthrough Moment podcast. Today's special guest is Davor Massar. Davor, are you there? How are you?
Thank you for the invite. I'm doing great. How are you?
Awesome. I'm pumped. I'm great. Let's rock this out. Super pumped to meet you. I'll do a quick little introduction, and then I'd love to get into your biggest breakthrough throughout your business. So, for those of you who are joining us for the first time, the Breakthrough Moment podcast is all around interviewing entrepreneurs, creators, and investors, and asking them, what is the pivotal moment in your career that broke you into the next level of success? And as they share their biggest breakthroughs, us at home can have breakthroughs as well. So today's special guest, Davor Massar, is a professional trainer. He's trained over 400,000 people throughout his career. He's been in sales, his background's in sales, but also specifically the last 16 years has been network marketing. And so he's gone through the highs, the lows, the good, the bad, the ugly of the industry. We're going to unpack what is network marketing and why it's such a desirable industry and what to look out for, because it's also something to be wary of. His vision is around helping 100,000 people become financially free. And so his current company that he's been with since February is a trading company for education and trading. And so if you're out there looking to get involved with trading, definitely hit him up. And lastly, he's a man of faith. So we're going to talk about business and God as well. So Davor, let's jump into it. What has been your biggest breakthrough moment throughout your career so far?
Well, I can tell you for sure it's been hitting the rock bottom. When you hit the rock bottom, you realize that you depend only on yourself. Nobody else is here to save you. You rely on yourself, on your faith, as we said, and your system of belief. And that's just what I did a training on prior to this call. And once you hit the rock bottom, there's not a lot of you realize there's not a lot of people around you that's gonna just help you. They're gonna make fun of you. Hey, I told you this network marketing business will fail. I told you this trading business will fail. Whatever it is, this nutrition business will fail. Whatever you're doing, they're just waiting to be happy about your failure. And then I realized, the only person that can get me out of this situation is me. And either it makes you or it breaks you. But I believe that hitting the rock bottom is the best teacher that life can give you. And I'm, I encourage, I don't want to even say encourage, but, it would be wise for every person, if they want to succeed, to hit the rock bottom first. Because if you do it once and you recover from it, you start growing. If you do it twice, you recover even faster and start growing even faster. And there's a statistics that average millionaire failed at least or being bankrupt at least, I don't know, 5-6 times before they started having major success. So that can be a really moment that can really, either leave a scar on you and, put you down for good, or can give you the best lessons that life can give you and put you moving forward in the direction that you wanted to do. Because as a man of faith, I was like this. If I want to be successful, God is putting me on the test to see if I'm up for it. Because a peaceful sea has never created a skillful sailor. So you need to go through a hard time in order for you to harden up, to be hard. Like, it's hard times create strong men, and this is what you need to embrace. If you're afraid of that, you will never go big. So embrace that you can fail more and more times in order to succeed.
100% facts. I couldn't agree with that more. The last 2 years has been the wildest downward trajectory in so many different ways, but hitting rock bottom, the level of resourcefulness, creativity, innovation, connection to God, just a character and inner strength that's formed within me has allowed me to hit the next launch, so to speak, and to go to that next level. So that's a great piece of advice. Can you take us into one or two of these moments where you have hit rock bottom for yourself, and how did you get there and how did you get through it?
Well, I can for sure say first time was 2015. It was in my second company that I started building with, because we were lured into a sweet deal that we were expecting to get and nothing happened. So we were like left alone. We couldn't go back to the previous company and like, here, you have nothing, you have zero. And literally, everybody backed up and a couple of us were left, on the street, on the cold without the jacket. So we were like, hey, now we have to roll up the sleeves and go to the trenches, work. And we started working, but it was going tough, because you're building everything from zero. Your people, failed you because somebody, you know put something else in their head that, you're somebody you're not. The truth eventually comes out, but sometimes it's too late for getting back some of the relationships. But anyway, and then, it was like tough for us 6 months, and we were doing okay. And suddenly, what happened, I was like, I hit the rock bottom because I was not doing things that I should be doing. And I was just getting stuck. And suddenly I like, loosened up the strains. And I said, hey, it'll be what it will be. And I hit the rock bottom because, I was not doing what I was supposed to do. I was not in phase one building, recruiting, and I was just like being chill. So hitting rock bottom on there was a very hard time because, you don't have money to eat, for food, for put a gas in your tank to go to a meeting. So I was like, shall I put the gas in the tank and have money for coffee, or shall I eat today? And this is like the hardest moment in my life. And I said, in that point, if you ask from God to be stronger, it will put hard time in front of you to see, are you strong enough? That's how you get stronger. And out of that, I said, hey, I'm going to do whatever it takes. First of all, what I did is align my mindset for winning. Because if you don't align your mindset and you just decide, I'm going to work, it's not going to happen. I did fail, but I stuck to the winner's mindset. I stuck to my system of belief that I am a certain rank, that I'm making a certain amount of money, that I am six figures earner. And what happened, I said, hey, it's now or never. It's all in. And I was like, I can remember the moment. I took a paper, pencil, put up a 90 days game plan, rolled out everything, and started calling everybody I knew. Started doing it. I said, in next 3 months, I'm gonna change my life. And this is the first time after 3 months I hit six figures a month. I went over $10,000 a month. So it was like my first six figures business. And I saw that in like making a strong decision, in putting your all of your energy and all of your focus into this, that things can happen faster than like even you think. You believe that, but I thought that it's going to happen that fast. But rolling out the 90 days run and having full focus and energy just solely on succeeding in this changed completely everything in just 90 days. And after that, I was hitting like 15, 16, $17,000 a month. I had teams all around the world, Chinese people. I didn't even know who they are, where they live, nothing. But the business was doing great. I was like, oh my God, how did this happen? And I just looked back, I was like, there's no freaking way. I was in that situation 3 months ago, in a completely different situation. And this is how I just want to say, this is how fast things can change if you put decision in mind.
So glad you said that. That is like by far, from my opinion as well, the quickest way to get out of being stuck in a financial situation is put together the plan, a 90-day game plan. I've seen people's lives, my life changed. When I did my 90-day game plan, my third month, I made over 14 grand. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is what's possible. And then I went on to make, 50, 100, that was 40,000 US in 1 month. And I was just within 10 months. And I was like, holy moly, my life this time last year was completely different. And
Yeah.
it was from a lot of hustling, right? A lot of conversations, a lot of no's, a lot of yeses. But it's possible. That's super, super interesting. Can you explain to us what an average day in a life was for you during this 90-day game plan? Like, you got up, you did this, you did that, you went to bed. Like, what was your DMO, daily method of operation, that really helped you
So
launch that?
I can tell you in that period, I was not balanced. There's no balance in that pair. So I was completely obsessed and relentless. That's the two things. If you want to succeed fast, you need to be obsessed as crazy with something that you work on, and you need to be relentless. And what I did is I had, of course, phase one, building. I made calls, presentations, webinars. I did like team webinars every day, like info presentations, trainings several times per week. And everybody was saying, like, this is too much. This is too much. I'm like, guys, if you want to build fast, we have to work faster. It's like put compression, put pressure into this. And putting I was setting the tone of the speed in which I'm gonna go with. And I said to my team, hey guys, I'm gonna go run fast as I never ran before. This is gonna be my pace. Whoever can keep up because you're about to change your life. If you cannot keep up, all right, have your pace, but I'm gonna have the biggest focus on the people who are obsessed like I am. And I had a group of people who are like, really, all right, slow down, let's do that. And every day is like, there's no secret sauce to this in this industry. It's like you do calls, do presentations, send the video, send the presentations, do a webinar, do a meetings, put them on three-way calls. All the school book steps that you need to do I did them. I just did more numbers. This is a numbers game. If you're not succeeding fast enough, increase the numbers. You know the movie Wolf of Wall Street, and he says those are rookie numbers. You gotta pump that shit up. But that's it. You know, that's it. If someone from the team called me and said I'm not having success, I'm like, all right, how many calls did you do? How many meetings did you set out of that calls? And how many closings did you have? So if he had 10 calls and zero presentations, he is not good at calling. So I immediately knew what I need to fix with this person. How should he, improve his calling game, inviting game. And I was just teaching them, invite, present, event. And we were just driving towards event. I can tell you my biggest pivotal moments in this industry and biggest breakthroughs from ranking up was solely built on events. You can do live meetings, you can do Zoom calls, webinars, that's all great. But if you want to stack big numbers, focus on events.
Fantastic. Absolutely. Couldn't agree with you more. This is super cool. Give me there's so much stuff you just covered there. It's like I have so many questions. It's one at a time, Zach, one at a time. And so if you were to go back to the beginning of your network marketing journey and start completely fresh again, right? No contacts, none of your network now. How would you set up your first 30 days, 60 days, 90 days to make sure that you really, because there's someone out here, right? Someone else is listening right now. They're like, this sounds great, guys, but you guys have a network or you have experience the last 16 years. I'm just getting into this. So what advice do you have for that person starting out for the first step?
Well, I can tell you what I did in the phase where I made a break, like a pause. It was back in 2018, and I lost a lot of money in crypto, and I was on a break for maybe a year. And a friend called me. I had many offers putting on the table, and I was declining everything. It was like just doing something else, and it was like online. I was investigating drop shipping, e-commerce, blah blah blah, all that stuff. Blogging, reviewing, and suddenly I got a call from my friend, and I was like on a pause. Everybody knew that I don't want to build anything. I just need a break from, and I started doing fresh in 2019, just before COVID hit, and I would say I will tell you what I did then, and it's like starting from the beginning. I called, and my invite for each and every person was like very simple. I pick up the phone, it's like, hey, bro, listen, I got something crazy on my table. I cannot tell you what it is. I don't have time to tell you what it is. It's insane. I never seen something like this. I'm putting up a webinar tomorrow, 8 p.m., and I'm gonna send you a link to show up. I don't have time to talk to you right now. I gotta call another 100 people. See you then. If you have time, come, but I'm gonna build as never before. If you're fresh, you can say, I'm about to change my whole life. I'm on a path to transform my life. If you're with me, come to this call. What happened in this period? I called 80 people in 2 days. Second day, we had our first webinar, and second webinar was day after that. What happened? 6 people out of 80 sent me, they all got the link for Zoom call, but 6 people out of that sent me a link for registration. They didn't know what's the company name, how much does it cost, what's the product, what's in it for them. No remote plan, knowledge about everything was zero, but the level of excitement that was in me and certainty, I'm doing this with or without you. This is going to transform my life. Are you with me or not? Here's the link. This was coming from a perspective of certainty. And when you're doing an invite like this, you need to stand up. You need to walk around. Don't invite like that when you're sitting down. The energy is not flowing through you. And sometimes I like to do calls by standing up. Then I'm like freaking out. I'm all over the place. I'm like a electricity ball because I have a lot of energy. And people need to feel that, because you cannot light a fire in somebody if you're like, like cold water. You need to have fire within you, excitement within you. And what ended up, our first call, we signed up, like, I just edified my business partner. And what ended up during the call, in the first 20 minutes, another 6 people sent me sent me a sign up link. They still didn't know about, the whole process, about everything of that. So I had 12 signups in 24 hours with 12 people not knowing what the hell they're joining for. this was this is so funny. And so, like, now, when I listen to the people, they say like, "Oh, I'm gonna join, your trading business, but first I need to see like 6 months. Is this working? Is this going?" Like, bro, there's 18,000 people making money and sending pictures in the results group. What other proof you need?
Sure. It's the first thing in sales is that people are buying you, your energy, your confidence, your conviction, your heart, right? The product is secondary at the end of the day. And if if you can combine your energy with an amazing product, then, that's going to be an amazing combination for success long term, right? And
For
so
sure.
give me just a little bit of an example of some of the wins that your team are making, and how does it all work? Like, what exactly are you training them on? Is it copy trading? Is it signals? Is it, like, how does it work?
So basically, we have everything already set up in the in the platform. They have the app, so they can join the live trading sessions. So what we do, we create a culture of people, joining the live calls, so they see how the educators are doing these things. So what we do, we have one app that we use for live trading sessions, but we also, if they have a second device or computer or laptop or plus mobile phone, we have our community just transferred to Discord because it's way more convenient for big communities. And then we do also live channel over there. And then we, direct people. Sometimes, having a second language educator, sometimes maybe not being clear to people from our region is, if they say, "I'm gonna enter alone," they need to hear, "Buy now." This is what Balkans need to hear, "Buy now, buy now." If you tell them, "I'm gonna enter alone," it's like, what the hell he just say? So we do, simultaneously with that, we do a live, open up a live channel. So we help them, we direct people, what they need to do, when, how. So first thing is creating a culture of people joining together. That's the power of community. If they feel that they're comfortable of, sticking around to you, they're gonna stick more around with us. So this is how it goes. If you leave them for themselves, they're just gonna say, in 2 weeks period, they're just gonna say, I just found a free signals group, with this gold trader and he's killing it over there and it's for free. I'm like, yeah, just go ahead, go there. And then they blow the accounts. I tested every traders group out there, and 90% are fake, especially the ones who own their brokerage. These, I call them Instagram trading gurus, are something, it's like people lose money over there like crazy. But I don't want to go into that. That's a different topic. So what we do, the app provides the signals, the copy trading as well. We have crypto automation. If you don't want to trade, you just want to be a passive investor, you're good. We just connect you to a crypto. That's it. We launched this crypto copy trading 2.5 months ago. I'm up 30%, and the whole market went down. So these guys are doing good. Yeah, and If we see that educator is not performing as they used to be, we replace the educator. There's good traders out there, and we're constantly vetting out, the company's vetting out, good traders, and we have some more in line waiting to jump in. And if we need an educator to come on live calls, do the separate training for our team, no worries, we can make these things happen. We create a very, relaxed and friendly environment for people inside our team, that they feel like they're at home, that they're with their buddies, and this is how they feel connected to the pack. Because, if they feel some belonging to a community, to a group, they're gonna stick around, even, if there's a losing week or losing month. But the performance overall of the platform that we're using is, I never seen that in my 7 years of trading career. And I say to the people, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to, seek something else. Everything you need to be successful in trading, we got here. You just have to use it. And the cost of it, you can make that in a day. And I tell the people, we literally have the money printer in our hands. You can print money on your phone legally.
So when someone is looking at a network marketing company to start out with, right? Maybe they're new to this. What are some of the do's and don'ts? There's a lot of bad companies out there, but there's a lot of great companies out there. So how can someone start to do their due diligence to ensure that they're going to join the right company?
Great question. I spoke a lot about that, and I was here like, on the Balkan region. I was even like trying to thinking of putting up a video, series of videos to warn people how to choose a proper company. There's, let's be honest, there's so good offers on the market out there, and I'm getting bombarded with offerings like weekly, and when I'm building one thing, I'm building one thing. That's for sure. Here's the thing. A lot of people say, hey, bro, this is going to be the next thing. This is going to be blah, 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 blah. When they start hyping up from the beginning, I just, pull back. I tell them, all right, send me info about your company. Sometimes I always check, I always like to check what's on the market, what's on the field, to be, inform, with everything what's going on in the market. I look into the ownership. So if you want to seek for a good company, these are the things that you need to seek for. The ownership. Who is the owners of the company? Is the owner of the company really that owner? Is he showing his face in front of the people? When I hear about some crypto projects, well, the owners are, anonymous. Like, bro, leave me out of that. I need to know who's the guy behind that, and what's his past, look like. Does he have bad reputation in this industry or good reputation? Does he have, stains on his track record? Did he have previous Ponzi schemes, losses, lawsuits? How did his life look before this company that he's running right now, or even all the partners? Where's the company located, registered, legality, licenses? All that stuff matters. Not just, we are guaranteeing 1% per day. If I can be honest and straightforward, fuck that. Nobody can deliver that. In this industry, in trading, there's no person that can guarantee 1% a day. He doesn't exist. It's like a Yeti. They don't exist. I can tell you that for sure. Because markets are markets. I have charts here open. Gold moved crazy yesterday. Today is a calm day. But you never know what you can expect from the market. And how can somebody, when the market is moving differently every day, how can somebody promise you we're going to have 1% a day or 0.5% a day? Or they say, when some company offers you investment packages, run, but in the other direction from them. Just run away from those. Just block them, because that's a Ponzi scheme packed into something that sounds so sweet and nice. And if they say, oh, we're creating ecosystem, run. When they say, if you invest more, you make more, run. These are red flags. All of these are red flags, which you are certain that they're gonna rug pull you, that you're gonna lose your money, and all the people that you get inside joining are gonna be left without their money. I have been through this. I'm not speaking about because I read it on, I don't know, behind MLM. I speak about this because I lost over 50,000 euros with companies like that. I trusted that this is gonna no, this sounds too good to be true. This sounds no, these guys are rock solid. Suddenly, bam. And then they say, oh, we had a then they start changing things. When they start changing packages, investment packages, you know that the momentum curve is going down. Once this happens, they're gonna squeeze the milk out of you once more, and then bam. Then they had the hackers attack. Then they had somebody stealing the codes. Binance is not allowing them to withdraw the money. The Binance is problem. The broker is the problem. The truth is, they already moved that money to some offshore accounts, and they're just laughing at everybody. That's the truth.
It happened to me in 2022. Yeah, I lost 40 grand and it was a Bitcoin and it was just like this whole big thing. And I had 300 people involved in a couple of months and it was this massive, massive thing. It all just went pear shaped very, very quickly and crashed. They took the money. One person got taken to jail and the other person didn't, apparently they were US citizens and it was registered with this and registered with that. And they had their licenses and everything like that. But it's amazing how professional these scammers are out there. So guys,
Yeah,
definitely research, do your due diligence. It is not for the faint-hearted. Wherever there's money, there is opportunity for incredible things, but also there are scammers and there's people there trying to take that money as well. So always put your critical hat on and ask the hard questions. If you get criticized for asking the hard questions, then that's a red flag in itself.
yeah, and one more thing that's important: if you buy the investment package over there and you cannot withdraw your whole investment, it's a Ponzi scheme. If they tell you, yeah, you buy a 1,000, I don't know, 100 days of investment of, I don't know, contract, and then they say you get the profits, but you can never withdraw the funds, it's a Ponzi scheme. They just secure themselves to not that they don't have to pay you the money.
Wild, wild. All right, couple more questions. Super curious to know, Davor, AI, right? We've got this amazing industry of network marketing. We've got, whether it's your product or someone else, they're in a network marketing company. How do you see AI supporting and helping the network marketing industry? And how do you see AI maybe being something to look out for and maybe some challenges with AI as well? Because AI is changing the whole game, right?
Yeah, it definitely is. And I can tell you, use AI as your assistant. Don't go to Upwork, hire somebody, hire your chat GPT for 20 bucks a month and squeeze the limit out of them. I use it for everything, to build out the map system, anything I need, add captions. I don't need the copywriting anymore. So you had to pay someone for copywriting. Now with AI, you can build presentations for, like, there's a site called gamma.app. With it, you build a whole presentation. If you need, like, you want to do a training on network marketing, you tell ChatGPT what do you want, give them the right prompts. They put you the whole training, you build it out in slides, and then you put it in Gamma. Gamma builds the whole presentation with images in less than a minute. Yeah, in 5 minutes, you had a training that you took me before like 3-4 hours building that training. So you can use it as like your assistant on steroids, definitely. And it can help you save time, speed up things, organize, be more productive, be more efficient. So if you're not using AI tools and services today, you're missing out big time, really. And I believe that in our industry, AI is a big advantage, that we can use it to grow and move forward in the competition that's not using it. A lot of people still are using ChatGPT as Google. Don't use it. Like, use Google for that. Use ChatGPT for complicated tasks. It will do them. When I started doing, I started using ChatGPT as just a Google, advanced Google. After I realized how powerful these tools are, what they can build you. It's like I started building more faster things. Right now, I'm preparing something and I'll roll this out very soon.
That's an awesome hack. So you use ChatGTP to create a training or the text, and then you copy that into Gamma, and then it creates a presentation. For
Yeah.
sure, it's taken me hours to build presentations, like sometimes days. And so this must save a lot of time for you. Hey,
Can you hear me?
we just cut out a little bit. Are you there?
Yeah, I think we got cut off. We're good.
I'll rewind. So that's such a great hack. So what you're saying is go to ChatGPT, type in a prompt to get certain information for a training. I don't know, duplication or social media or objection handling. And then you put that into a presentation through Gamma and it builds that out for you. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, correct. And so simple and so fast. And it builds the presentation with so good style that you can like even not think about, how easy it is to do it. Another thing, like Canva. Canva can edit photos for you right now, remove the background, do flyers. You don't have to pay any more like, editors to build out a flyer. Canva can build out a flyer for you in matter of seconds, edit photo, whatever you need. Now these tools have AI. If you want to do content, you just do like right now. I'm recording on my second cam. And I do long videos, and what I do, I put them in Opus Pro, which also has like AI video editing. You don't need to pay, expensive editors for a basic stuff, like rolling out short form content like that. Put it in Opus Pro, Opus Clip, and out of 10-minute video, 20-minute video, it will build you out like 20 short form videos with captions, B-rolls, whatever you want. So these kind of tools are really in handy when it comes to, putting out some content, organizing, trainings, all this stuff.
Super interesting. Super interesting. Yeah, it's changing the game. Absolutely changing the game. So my next question, before I ask my favorite question, I've got two more questions before I ask my favorite question. So I'm curious to know, what was your breakthrough moment when it came to your faith and your relationship to God? And how do you integrate this relationship you have with God with business?
Well, I believe that, whatever you do, you need to have a level of faith that, somebody is watching you, somebody is looking out on you. And if you uh, are connected, either it's God, whatever you believe, it's either it's energy. I believe in God and energy. Is definitely something that can guide you and take you out of the bad places if you get stuck or something. So, when I was down, I said to myself, God, I asked you to be stronger, and I know that this is your decision to put me here because now I need to show you that I can be stronger. That's like I didn't think about, oh, there's no God. Oh my God, look what happened to me. If there's God, I would not be in this situation. Every situation, after you go through it, is with a reason to learn something, to have a lesson, to be stronger, to be better, to improve yourself. And this is what I always seek. God, if I want to be better in something, I need to have a challenge in this. If you let's put it like this: if you want to learn how to remove a virus from your computer, you need to get what? A virus. How else are you gonna learn to remove it? That's everything. If you want to be the best fighter in the world, you got to be willing to take the hits. Not like I don't want to get punched, but I want to be a fighting championship. Hell no, that's not gonna happen. Because you need to be willing to endure the punches to succeed. And God will always put you on a test. But if you have faith in Him or whatever you believe system is, but there's a quite big connection with that. Sometimes we cannot see things, but we can feel them. And I know that if you believe it, you can achieve it.
It's always so interesting, asking these questions because there's always a common theme, and that is that deep down, people know that God exists. And I think the quicker someone starts to live from that place of deep down, I know that God's always got my back, rather than coming back to that when things are good and amazing, it's like it's sometimes easy to forget about God. But if these challenges humble us, or these challenges have humbled me to remind me that everything, when I build from this state of God is first, my faith is number one, and then everything else is a plus, I'm feeling like the foundation that I'm building my life on, my business, my relationships, my health, my mindset, like where I live, things like this, I feel like the foundation is a lot more solid. And what you're saying is that these challenges come to us as a reminder to put God first amongst the craziness of life. Because whenever I go to like enjoy life a lot, the pleasures of being a human, the five senses, life is very pleasurable. Don't get me wrong; it's comfortable, but then it creates a lot of chaos. There can be a lot of drama and ups and downs, a lot of
Definitely.
polarity. When I pray and I fast and I take things slow and I really follow the principles from the Bible, I find that life, the foundations aren't. It takes a longer time for the fruit or the results, but it's more fulfilling, and I can feel like the results are going to be there long term.
For sure. Yeah, definitely. I had my moments and ups and downs in the faith. And after I realized what happened and I analyzed the, things I did, things I should done, I didn't do, I made two tattoos on myself. One is on my ribs, another is on my chest. So on the first one was after that first rock bottom was like it's a quote: don't let the success get into your head and never let failure go into your heart. Because I let, I was young in the industry. I let success too quickly get into my head, because first money I had, bought a crazy car, which was just, ridiculous, stupid thing to do. It's like, I spent all the money on that and I had problems with that. So I didn't reinvest into the business. I made a mistake. The same business that got me up with the effort I did, I just, uh, put the foot off of the gas and just slow down the pace. And I got punished with that because I promised to myself that I will do it, and I stopped doing the same pace, the same standard, the same routine, and I was starting enjoying too much, and I got punished by that. And I knew that that was a good thing for me, because maybe it would take me in completely different direction where I would not be the person I wanted to become. And the second one was, when I let too many people and the people that were close to me uh, uh, redirect my compass, and that I lost myself. And I lost myself, and I was in. That was the second time when I was struggled, feeling hard. That I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do in the business, all the recruiting, all the everything, but I'm not moving forward. And that period, I was not myself. I lost myself. It was not me inside of me. The second tattoo is like a compass with a map, that always know, my direction, and I'll never lose myself. And that's a reminder. That's like my life story reminder to never lose compass from God, never lose direction in which you want to go.
Great words, great words. Davor, how can people get in touch with you? What's the best way they can connect?
Instagram, Telegram, WhatsApp, all over the place. I'm all over the place. Except if you go, like, my Instagram handle is Mesar Davor, MESARDAVOR. I can even spell in English. But if you go to TikTok, there's gonna be like 15 of me. It's like none of me is. It's also the same username, or it's name and surname. And because I have two TikToks, and one is Croatian, like Balkan region, and other one is English one. But always make sure to ask for a video call, because there's too many imposters of me. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's a Telegram. It's called the Davor Messer Pro or something like that. This guy has 5,000 people in his fake channel, as he's frauding people. And I went to the police; they cannot do anything about it. So make sure, if you're want to do business with me, you you ask for a video first, or a video call.
Oh
Trust
my
me.
gosh. Well, yeah,
Yeah, there's too many scams in this industry, and that's what I hate about forex and crypto. Is so many scammers out there, and they're trying to slander your name, and because they use your name to scam people. So always, guys, make sure you're aware of what you're doing. Ask always for a video call, even if it's not me. Ask for a video call before you do anything. Even like if it's not a video call, ask them to say, "Hey, Zach, it's me, Davor. How you doing? Just wanted to reach out that you see that this is real me."
great. That's a great reminder for sure, for sure. Um, I'll make sure everyone. I'll put the links around the video, the right links, of course. Last question. This is my favorite question. This has been such a great interview. I've got so many notes here. My final question is: what is the biggest challenge that you'd like to impart or suggest for everyone today? A challenge for today, this week, this month, this quarter, this year? What is the challenge that you'd like everyone to leave this podcast actioning today?
Nice. It's the last month of the year. We are December. We're left than less than 25 days if we exclude the holidays. You make use of these 25 days. Run like hell. Run like you've never been running this whole year. Make the best out of it. Use 25 days run, not 90 days run. Because if you end this year strong, if you make a momentum this month, December, now is when you make the momentum for the next year. Your January will explode. Trust me. Oh my God, I got the goosebumps only for me. Let that be your task. Put in the numbers, squeeze in the numbers, and trust me, holidays are the best time to build the business because everybody's happy, everybody's relaxed, and everybody's more easier to close.
Amazing. That's a great, yeah, turn your 90-day sprint, 90-day game plan into a 20-day game plan. That's gold. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your time. Keep having the breakthroughs in your business. Wishing you all the success. Any final comments before we wrap it up?
I think we're good on this one. I just want to leave it, with this industry can change your life for good if you do it the right way. If you do it the wrong way, you will have the bad taste and say, "Hey, I tried this network marketing thing once and I didn't succeed." But if you try anything, you will never succeed. If you decide to do things and if you decide to go big, if you decide to be a professional in this industry, I can tell you with guarantee and certainty that you can be successful in this industry.
Pearls of wisdom. Thank you so much. And if you're at home, please like, share, and comment. If you think this is going to impact somebody else, please send it to them today. That'd be great. Talk to you next time. Thanks, Davor.
Thank you.